Yeah, so obviously my passion for this started after I had my son, and my eyes were kind of open to this whole new world of parenthood, and the struggles that come with that, on families and the children. And I started working with a nonprofit in Chicago shortly after my son, and I really found that there are so many families out there struggling to provide diapers for their children. It's 1 in 2 families, and that's a lot when you really think about it. And diapers are a basic need for children, and people are struggling to afford diapers to keep their kid clean, dry, and healthy in those first stages of life. And I just truly believe that every kid deserves a strong, healthy start, and families shouldn't have to choose between putting food on their table and providing diapers for their children. So this is kind of where that manifested from.
You're involved with the men's game. It's one of your helping areas. Yes, Ben. Just tell us about why it's important for you to go on in.
Yeah, obviously seeing how Arin has raised Grady, I'm around him quite a bit. I just think it's something close to her heart, so it's something close to my heart, and I think we can do a lot with who we are and what we bring to the team, that we can get people to bring the diapers to our game throughout this week and next week, to the watch party on Sunday at 10:20, and then at the men's game next week. So we'll be there setting up a table.
Any other details or thoughts you want to share?
No, I mean, anything goes a long way for anyone. There's another stat out there: 1 in 4 families have to leave work or leave school because they can't afford diapers for their children and childcare. So anything anyone can do in the community to help those families would be amazing.
Any soccer questions, guys?
Road match again this weekend. Road form has been really good this year. I know I always like to be home, but maybe just the chance to get out on the road and prove yourselves this week is an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have built an identity around being a road team. We've been really great on the road this year, and we want to continue with that. Obviously, we want to start doing that as home as well. But we're looking forward to these road games. I think the girls know that we've been thriving there. And Seattle's a hard place to go get points, as well as Utah. Utah's in form. So we're up to the task, and we're excited.
So the last match against Seattle at home was kind of a weird anomaly because you had 2 wins before it, 2 wins after it, with this loss kind of in the middle out of nowhere. Do you look at it as a chance to avenge that, go in there, surprise them a little bit?
I mean, yeah, of course, we're looking for revenge, and like Arin said, we do play well on the road, so I think just going into their stadium and just bring the presence that we know we have in a stadium like that will be a good game, looking to get the 3 points on the road.
Why do you feel like you guys have been better on the road this year as opposed to some previous years?
We've talked about it a little bit in the locker room. Sometimes a lot of these matches you're seeing at home, right? Soccer's a little cruel. We probably should have won those at home, so we don't want to dive too much into it. But I do think as an athlete, when you're on the road, you have this structure. Your team's all together. You have these times in the days, pregame meal, breakfast, and it's just kind of a routine. And sometimes a routine kind of helps set you up for success later in the day. So it could be part of that. And also it's kind of fun just to go get points at someone else's home base, right? And I think we live off of that. So I don't want to read too much into it, but it could be something along those lines.
Any thoughts, Kayla?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think the identity that we're starting to work with as a group, I think it's super fun going to these away games. The crowd's not on your side, but that just riles us up a little more. So I think that could be part of it too.
Going back to the first Seattle game, from top of depth, it was like 19, 20 shots, maybe one on target. Finishing wasn't great. That's kind of been the story of the last match too. Working on finishing it all this week, is kind of finishing goals so that you don't get into situations where you're at the end of the match and something like that.
Yeah, 100%. We've been working on that all season. I think we've been talking about creating chances, living in the opponent's final third, and keeping possession in there to create quality chances. So we're doing that now, right? You see those quality chances, but now it's putting those on frame. So we work on those every single week, and eventually, when it rains, it pours, and hopefully it rains soon.
Looking at some, I don't know how much you guys look at statistics, but this season racing has the lowest average possession, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, especially San Diego game, you got about 20%, you still won. Seattle has the second lowest possession by not much more. So is this going to be a game where you're just kicking the ball back and forth to the other team?
I feel like this could be a game. I mean, maybe we'd have more, maybe they would have more, but again, it doesn't really matter if we do have the possession. Like, we're a super attacking transition team, so I think we just need to stay with that, and it won't bother us if we don't have the ball. Obviously, more rest if we do, so I think it works in our favor.
Yeah, and to the kicking it back and forth point. No, I think both of our identities, these two teams, we like to high press, which then requires the other team to kind of relinquish the ball a little bit sooner than you'd like. And both teams are very good in the air, so I think that's why you find the ball going end to end a little bit more. So it'll be very interesting and exciting to play each other.
I have a really silly question I'm going to ask.
Silly?
Yeah.
Yes, it's silly.
Okay.
Okay,
Silly question.
let's hear it.
All right, so sit at home watching Wendy's commercials. I see the Wednesday promotion come out. It takes me back to when you did the dance battle. If you score again this year, will you do the Wednesday dance?
I mean, twist my arm. Yeah, of course. Hey, you heard it here. If I score, I will 100% do the Wednesday Addams dance.
I don't know if I know this dance, so you
Hey.
might need a score.
Okay, maybe we can do a team one. We can
Okay, you
practice.
gotta
We
teach
can practice.
me it.
Maybe we'll get the whole team involved.
Okay.